Blackstone Audio presents The Loney by Andrew Michael Hurley. This book is read by Richard Burnip.
While they were going out, a man who was demon-possessed and could not talk was brought to Jesus. And when the demon was driven out, the man who had been mute spoke. The crowd was amazed and said, "Nothing like this has ever been seen in Israel." But the Pharisees said, "It is by the prince of demons that he drives out demons." Matthew 9:32-34. And what rough beast, its hour come round at last, slouches towards Bethlehem to be born. W.B. Yeats, The Second Coming. Chapter 1. It had certainly been a wild end to the autumn. On the heath, a gale stripped the glorious blaze of colour from Kenwood to Parliament Hill in a matter of hours, leaving several old oaks and beeches dead. Mist and silence followed, and then, after a few days, there was only the smell of rotting and bonfires. I spent so long there with my notebook one afternoon, noting down all that had fallen, that I missed my session with Dr. Baxter. He told me not to worry about the appointment or the trees. Both he and nature would recover. Things were never as bad as they seemed. I suppose he was right, in a way. We'd been let off lightly. In the north, train lines had been submerged and whole villages swamped by brown river water. There had been pictures of folk bailing out their living rooms, dead cattle floating down an A road. Then, latterly, the news about the sudden landslide on Cold Barrow, and the baby they'd found tumbled down with the old house at the foot of the cliffs. Cold Barrow. There was a name I hadn't heard for a long time, not for 30 years. No one I knew mentioned it any more, and I tried very hard to forget it myself. But I suppose I always knew that what happened there wouldn't stay hidden forever, no matter how much I wanted it to. I lay down on my bed and thought about calling Hanny, wondering if he too had seen the news and whether it meant anything to him. I'd never really asked him what...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?